Hey YouTube, thanks for coming by. I am your host Duchess with Break Bread with Duchess, where we discuss all topics related to life, living, and celebrity news, different TV shows, spiritual aspects of our life. So anything that it pertains to living your life on a day-to-day basis, we in there. We are in there. We are discussing it and just having a good time. So I appreciate you stopping by to rock out with me. And today we are reviewing Summer's House, Summer's House, Martha's Vineyard. So this episode opens up with Bria and Nick. Bria is standing 10 toes down that Nick was flirting with her and he wants her secretly. She didn't say that, but she is not willing to accept that it's a stretch for him to have been flirting with her on this boat when she was twerking and doing her thing and he was just hyping her up. That man is not interested in her. And that she's in denial that she asked him to be her sleep buddy, cuddle buddy, or whatever it was. And he was like, yeah, how am I going to do that when I got a girlfriend? So, and he's annoyed and disappointed and visibly upset because it's an assassination on his character. And Nick is the preppy polo kid. He golfs, he runs, he has his name out there in the community in a lot of areas, and his reputation means a lot to him. And so outside of, them gonna do a replay of last season and give his girl some unsolicited tea, you're also gonna, assassinate my character as if I want you, and that's not the case. Bria leaves and walks off as usual. Her being dismissive, goes out to her boyfriend Simon and paints Nick as being how can I put it, aggressive for no reason at all, being disrespectful. She hypes it to make it seem as though she's been attacked, and brings back her boyfriend. Then you have Amir over here being the amazing friend that he is, in the confessional saying, I'm so glad he's not mad at Natalie, because if he was speaking to my girlfriend like that, like, Amir, just bring it down several notches and go over there and have a conversation with your girlfriend about how she started all this mess. And she's definitely due some smoke, but she's not getting it right now. I wish she was, but she's not getting it right at the moment. So Nick is visibly hurt and he feels like he can't be himself. Preston is like, I don't even know, how do we move forward? Like, how are we gonna, get past this? And shout out to Summer, because Summer is laying it out in her confessional. She's like, I didn't even know these girls felt like this. And everybody that seems to have had a complaint about Nick touching them or Nick being appropriate is saying that he never touched them. So why are you guys even trying to mess with this girl and his relationship and his reputation for what? He hasn't done anything, admittedly so. So how did we get here? And Summer, yeah, I have the same question. Jasmine with her sweet self, she just moves in to give Nick a hug, and they have a little playful exchange like, I don't know, should I be hugging you? And she reassures him and it's like, no, bring it in. I'm sorry that you're going through this. Like, and she hugs him, and I'm glad that she comforts him in that moment. Noelle comes in, and Noelle is apologetic. She did not mean for that to go the way that it went. And Nick tells her, I know you guys have never seen me really upset, and I'm sorry that I raised my voice. Alex is going to get Bria so they can try to have a conversation, because Preston is being brutally honest, as Preston always is. But I like Preston. I like his honesty, and he says that Bria is a child and she behaves like a child, and none of us are disrespectful and just walks away from a conversation. Alex is going to get her to see if she will come in and talk. And I'm telling you, my blood pressure went up just a few ticks because I already know that it's like, what's the point? We've seen the Bria script over and over again, and she's not going to take accountability for her part, and she is not going to admit that she was wrong. And if there's anything that's brought to her attention that she has to own up to, it's going to be a drama fest, and she's going to storm off. She may even pack her bags and leave. She's threatened to do that a couple times, and don't threaten me with a good time, honey. I'm just waiting to see you walk on out so I can have some enjoyment in this show. And I was wrong. Bria did come down and talk. She lied to Alex's face, saying she never talked bad about him, and she wasn't trying to out him or make it seem like he's been appropriate. And they do this little flashback of her twerking and everybody partying on the boat, and him being 20 feet away from her saying, "Go Bria, go Bria, go Bria," something like that. So, but she's gonna stick to the flirty comment. Nick tries to say, where you calling it flirty, but you're saying it's not flirty. They agree to squash it. He's not trying to spend any more brain power on it, and I'm grateful to not have a whole Bria scene. So, but did anybody notice how when Bria said, "I never talk bad about you," and they do this this clip of her talking bad about him, saying what she said, like he's totally that guy. If he had the opportunity, he would mess around on his girl. But when she said she never talks bad about him, and Shanice let out this gasp, but then she played it off like she was yawning. I saw you, Shanice. I know what you were saying, girl. You lying. But anyway, that was funny to me because it was shade and I caught it. But moving on. Nick decides that he's not going to be upset the rest of his vacation. He's going to enjoy himself, and everybody goes to sleep. So we're back, and Alex is hosting free space or something like that. He's into music. He is a crooner. He sounds really good, but he hosts this event where they go out on the beach. They basically get to paint and listen. So if you think about painting and sipping, well, they're sipping too, but he's serenading while they have canvases to do some like free art, and the event is called Free Space. He does it also in New York, and we get another music serenade from Alex, and yeah, there's some waves. It sounds really good. He has a nice voice. He's giving me Brian McKnight, and most of them aren't feeling it. They want to be at the bar. It's a little too slow for them, but they're rocking with it, and they give him some claps at the end. They review their art that they did during this this fun evening, and some are deep, some are light, and some is kind of like, a little, almost nothing, but it was cute. It was cute. Moving on, they're back at the house. Everybody's going to bed. Summer texts Jordan and Preston. Yes. Summer texts Jordan and Preston and asks if they can come up. I know she's been dealing with her granny and, seeing what she's having surgery or something like that. So they come up to see Summer and see what she would like to talk about. So yeah, Summer's dealing with a lot. It's been heavy. She's had some moments on this trip, and she's deciding that she's really not in a good space, and she's gonna head on out. They only have 2 days left, and it's no point in her kind of hanging around knowing that she's not in a good space. So she's gonna head on out. Jordan would like for her to stay and kind of work through some of her things with some of her, make things good with the rest of the castmates, quote unquote. And but she supports her, and Preston always will be there for her. So they send her off with some love. Alex and Amir decide to, I'm sorry, not Alex, Nick and Amir, they decide to go play golf, and they don't have clubs. They really don't know how to play. They look like me out there on that golf course. Golf is fun. It is a very fun sport. But there is some skill involved. So they do have a conversation about Natalie's involvement in the whole touchy-feely Nick situation. And Natalie is Amir's girlfriend, who was basically being messy and was the one who really decided to bring the conversation to Tasia, Nick's girlfriend. And Amir is like, nope, not my Natalie. She wouldn't do that. And I am contemplating on having a conversation with them about bringing her into it. Bruh, she did that. It was her. But go ahead and rock out with your girl. Back at the house, Summer is saying her goodbyes. She's booked her flight. She's letting everyone know that she's not really feeling herself. She's not in the best space, and it's best for her to go. They wish her well. And she also apologizes for hurting everyone, which I thought was good. Noelle doesn't want to see her. I wish Noelle had that moment, but I also understand that she's hurt. Summer is in her confessional talking about the messiness of when things are not so perfect, and but it's still beautiful. And in light of that, I was just thinking, this is really hard. I'm trying to get into this YouTube situation and do my reviews and plan this whole show out, and it's hard and I'm struggling. And so we are going to give us a little intermission before we get into this get into the rest of this review. So we're going to give us a little intermission and refer to my handy dandy playlist, and I'm going to give y'all a song. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Whoa, lover, don't you dare slow down. Go longer, you can last more rounds. Push harder, you're almost there now. So go, lover, make mama proud. And when we're done, I don't want to feel my legs. Whew. Honey, I just had to give us a little break, child. It's bad when you struggling to stay awake during your own review while you trying to record and you the one doing the work. Girl, my ADD be hitting me. But that was Miss Kelly Rowland, and giving us a little bit of what I needed was a little motivation to push through the rest of this review. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Back to Martha's Vineyard. So Nick and Amir are on their way back to the house. They get the text message about Summer leaving. She's already left. Amir is a little surprised. And I forgot to tell y'all that Amir's girlfriend, Natalie, the messy girl, she left. I was so excited to see her packing up that I forgot to mention it in the review. Nick is a little bummed. Summer is one of his favorite people. He really does care about her. He was excited to, looking forward to closing out their weekend together. But he wishes her well, and he understands that people have to do what is best for them. Can I just say how refreshing it is to see such an emotionally mature young man. Nick just keeps growing and growing on me. We're nowhere near in the same age bracket, but I like him. I like Nick. Nick's a good guy. So the rest of the gang is back at the pool. Milo, the dog of the house, is misbehaving and has jumped in the pool and almost got taken up by a hawk. This is Bria's pet. He almost got taken out by a hawk, and they're all hanging out. Noelle is being asked about how she feels about Summer leaving early, and yeah, Milo is missing. I hope the hawk didn't get him, y'all. So the whole cast is Marco Poloing, Milo, and the crew. And 36 minutes goes by and he shows up coming from the woods. So, woohoo! God is good. Per Bria. Per me also. He really is. Milo is back. So they're cooking dinner, making some steaks. Actually, everybody's just kind of mellowed out, and Amir has it on his mind about Natalie being brought into the conversation and her being addressed as the problem starter without him being there, because she's not there to defend herself. And I can understand that. And Bria shuts it down, and does Bria, of course, which I kind of agree with the point to her about Amir needs to own the fact that she was messy, but she's also not owning her part in the things that she said that gave Natalie the ammo to be messy about. She insults Amir. Nick takes a little dig at the childish antics, and Amir gets frustrated and leaves out, and everybody is exhausted with the arguing and the bittering. I'm sorry, bittering? Bittering is not a word. Bickering. Bickering is the word that I was looking for. Arguing and bickering. Excuse me. Everybody's kind of hanging out. The girls are having girl talk, which is really sweet. Like, they are just sitting around chatting. No drama, no arguing. And they have a soulmate conversation. Like, Bria says Simon is not her soulmate. Then she remembers that the cameras are recording and she tries to clean it up. He's my person. We're going to get married someday. But yeah, that's a deeper thing. That's not really us. Girl, who you fooling? But that's not my business, honey. I'm just here to review. It's the last day on the Vineyard. Jasmine is hosting a dinner on the beach. And it looks really pretty and really elegant. Everybody looks so nice. They're going to play a game. It's a personation game. There are names on the shells. Amir is passing out the shells randomly. So when you get the shell, you impersonate the person and everyone will guess who it is. Jasmine has a special announcement. Whoever gets hurt, leave her baby bump out of it. The game goes well. Everybody's laughing, having a great time. The impressions were spot on. You really feel the energy of a good group of friends. Just having a good time. And I don't think I've seen that since kind of like the beginning. They take a moment to reflect. Bria says that she doesn't like arguing. Everybody gives kind of like a little womp look, like, girl, please. I know I seem like I'm on Bria. Maybe I am. Anywho, the dinner goes great. They're back at the house. Everyone is reflecting, doing out their closing statements. And we have Jasmine. Okay, so not everyone. It's just Jasmine. And, she's saying her goodbyes to Martha. Also expressing that she's starting a new family, her and Silas. And as she's talking about Silas, I just have flashbacks to them humping all the time. But she's pregnant and he's deployed. She feels alone. And just as she's saying that, all of the cast come in and gather around her. And I really like the way that this closed out. They're still figuring it out. Hopefully they'll be back next season. It was a good season. Next week is the reunion. And I made it through this review, you guys. I had fun. I got through it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I may do the Watch What Happens live. I think that would be fun as that's coming in. Check out my playlist of Don't Go In There. It's a video. I did a video about the Cassie and Diddy situation. What I am learning is I shouldn't do videos when I am emotionally attached to a situation. I don't know if that works for me. We'll see. But I'll put those kind of, I'm not so sure about, but it's too much work to edit and go back to. I'm putting them over in that playlist, fails and flops. I think that's what we'll call it. Flop or nah. That's what we'll call it. We're going to call it flop or nah. I bodied Rihanna's song, so at least go in there and listen to that. But, if you don't have anything to do and you want some mind-numbing, content that's a little bit all over the place. I think it's good, but it's really an emotionally jarring piece, and I don't know if that's my niche. I have fun, you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I have so much content to share, and I'm just gonna keep keeping things authentic and showing the growth. So not so much as a struggle bus, but still struggling. But thank you for sitting at the table and breaking bread with me. Y'all have a good one. Take care.